couple of phone calls. I was actually surprised. You know, I put out flags last year and didn't get a call, did not get a text. And this year I was so happy. I had a big smile on my face when I got a phone call from this guy saying, "Oh, thank you so much. I felt so good when I was coming home and I saw the flags, and I was hoping that there's one in my by my driveway."
Oh.
And so when he saw it, he said, "I had to call you and tell you thank you." And then I got another call after that the next day, thanking me, and a few text messages. So I was happy that I did it.
That's good. What else? I know there was a couple other stories. Marianne.
Yeah, I put out 300 flags, and I had gotten tons of calls, texts, and some lady gave me yesterday a whole sheet that I guess on one of those like Wildemar Facebook groups and everything. It was all on there thanking me and stuff. So that was really nice. Just that they liked just that everybody was coming together, it felt like. So yeah, I'll definitely do that.
That's great. Kelly?
Yes, hi. So Rana and I had a great response from our flags. We delivered probably about 425, and everyone was very receptive. And in one of our neighborhoods of our farm, we actually got 2 listings from it. So, and
yes.
The listing, one of them was active yesterday. It's a 1-story, 2,800 square foot house, 5-bedroom, 3.5 bath, listed at $535.
I'm going to show the pictures in a minute.
Yes, I have the photographer coming today at 11:30, so I'll be uploading those later today. It's listed at $535 in French Valley, right off of Abelia Street. It's a Willow Ridge neighborhood. It's right next to Temecula Valley Charter School. And then the other house was listed Monday. It's a 7-bedroom, 4.5 bath with the multi-gen suite. The gen suite is 2,200, or no, I'm sorry. It's a 2-bedroom gen suite, and it's listed at $660, and I'm expecting 2 offers this morning. So that was all
from your flags.
Dropping flags, yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How about you, Jill? I know you took over a whole bunch of flags. How'd it go?
It was great. Everybody was really excited and waving and thanking. And there's probably, I started through the neighborhood yesterday, and I think that 80% of the flags are still up, which is still kind of cool. So yeah, and it got me excited about getting back out in my farm.
Yeah. Yep. I only did my small little, 2 streets, but I didn't have any calls like you guys did, but I was afraid every time I walk early in the morning about 6 o'clock. And so I did my flags at 6 o'clock on my normal. Oh, hold on. Someone's at the door. And with title. Okay. So anyway, I go out at 6 in the morning, and I was putting them out with Ed, and there's always this one military guy smoking in his front yard in the morning, and he's got the flag out front. He's got like a military statue, and he always waves when I walk by, but I never say anything. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to stick this in his dirt right now in front of him. I was a little afraid, and I said, can I put a flag in your yard? And he's like pointing to his flag, like, I got one. And I said, well, for the 4th of July. And he goes, oh, okay. And he's left it out the whole time. So that was my only interaction with anybody. But it looks like you, Jill, 80% of the people still have theirs up, and or they've moved them closer to the front door. So I like that. So we'll do it again. You guys want to order flags for Labor Day or Veterans Day coming in the fall? We'll do a new order and get those in. I liked how big they were.
Yeah, that is. Yeah.
Gay, didn't you put out flags? Where are you? I saw you. Gay, did you put out flags?
Yeah.
Yeah, I put out 75, but unfortunately, there was a neighborhood, not in my neighborhood, but in the larger neighborhood, an agent who probably put out 2,000 on Monday before, and I was planning on doing Thursday because I thought, you know, better to be closer to the 4th of July. So I didn't get any response. I did get one person who said, "Oh yeah, thank you so much," but she had beat me to the punch. So unfortunately, and I usually don't do flags because I do spring flower seed packets. But because of COVID, I couldn't do it. I usually do like 400 of those, and I get a big response. But so I didn't get much response on mine. I feel your pain.
Well, I mean, I just like how it makes the neighborhood look when I pull up too. So
Yeah,
that was good.
they're still
So,
there, so that's good.
yeah, they seem to last. This is kind of a good tie-in to what Mark talked about on his meeting on Facebook. Did you guys watch the Facebook yesterday from Mark?
I did.
Yeah, it was really,
I watched it, yeah.
it was
really
so good. I just watched it this morning. I mean, he's talking more about farming and things like that. And we know Mark was a farmer when he was in real estate. So that, I'm sure that's very close to his heart. But just reminding you of all the different ways to pick your farm and what's to do in the farm. So let's talk about.
I didn't get to watch it, Shannon. Is it recorded somewhere where I can go and look at it?
Yeah, you can watch it on Facebook, but I'll probably end up sharing the link with you guys on the follow-up email as well. And I don't know if you follow Berkshire Hathaway on YouTube, but all of his videos are copied onto YouTube. So there's a couple different places where you can watch it.
Okay.
So let's
All
go
right.
ahead and talk about our new listings. Let me share my screen. Figure out if I can get it to go today. I think the problem is that the share screen thing goes, like, covers up my tabs. It's kind of hard. Are you guys seeing the listings?
Yes.
Okay, Lynette, I know your listing's not coming online yet, but she's going to sell this puppy before it actually gets on the market. Lynette, tell us about your listing. No, you're muted.
I'm already getting calls on it. Thank you, Shannon. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath home, and it's going for $499, $490, $499 between that price. The sellers, one of the sellers is motivated, wants to really get this sold quickly. It has a 2.5 bath, 3-car garage. It comes with cabinets in the garage, which is beautiful. They use 2 of the front rooms as an office, and see beautiful cabinets there in the garage on both sides. Beautiful, maintained, well-maintained backyard. The spa is up for grabs if the person who's purchasing it wants to buy it off of the owners, they can have it. But all in all, it's a beautiful, well-maintained property in Spencer Crossing. Yeah.
Nice. Very nice. All right. I don't think I saw Veronica Osuna on here. So is Linda on? Anybody see Linda? Linda. Okay, Kelly, I know you just talked. So do you want to talk any more about this? We've only got one picture so far.
Yeah, sorry about that. I kind of jumped the gun on explaining it.
Okay.
Just once again, it's as you can see, it's a 1-story. It's 5 bedroom, 3.5 bath. One of the bedrooms has a bathroom in it and also a walk-in closet. So that's perfect for like your guests. It's an open floor plan. The backyard's a little smaller, but it's completely landscaped with concrete throughout the backyard, concrete patio, and some fruit trees. All the plants are water-wise. There's a whole house fan. There's solar. The solar is leased though. So buyers will have to assume that lease. And I think that's about it.
How much is the lease for the solar?
What's that?
How much is the lease for the solar?
Well, I'm still waiting to get that information from this seller, but I know for the bigger house, it's brothers that own the two houses. For the larger house, he said he pays about $80 a month for the solar.
Okay.
So yeah, for this one, it would be, I mean, the other house is 4,100 square feet and this one is 28 and a 1-story. So I need to still get those numbers from him.
Got it. All right, thank you. And I think Veronica's still not here. And this is the other one. This is the bigger one?
Yes, that is the multi-gen suite home. It's 4,100 square feet, 7 bedrooms, 4.5 baths. The gen suite is 2 bedrooms. There's a living room, a slider off of one of the bedrooms that goes into the backyard, which has a pool and a spa. The main house, they actually closed off the entrance from the gen suite into the main house. So it's easy to remove if you want to have access from both houses. But the way it stands right now is it's completely private. The gen suite has its own entrance around the side. So completely closed off from the main house. All the bedrooms are upstairs in the main house. There's a big bonus room. And like I said, there's a pool and spa in the backyard. The pool's a really good size. It's a big rectangular shaped pool. So kind of set up more like a lap pool. Big kitchen, open concept.
Is this the one that you already have offers coming in on?
Yes.
Okay. I can see why. I remember when those were built. I thought they were great.
Yes, they are. And there's not a lot of multi-gen suites that are 2 bedrooms.
If this were in Carlsbad, it'd be 1.5 million. Just saying.
Yep.
Just happened to be looking for exactly this thing in Carlsbad. All right, let's see what else we got. Cook Court, Marianne or Jody?
Yay, this was sweet. Got a call last, I think it was Thursday, and I joined up with Marianne because she lives in Wildemar, and I figured it's going to be easier for me, and she's going to learn a lot. But the house is absolutely stunning. It shows like a model home. We had it, we put it in late, I think, Marianne, it was late Friday night, made it active Saturday, and we got an offer before anybody even saw it. And because the buyers are going to be moving out, no, I'm sorry, the sellers are moving out of state, and the buyer is moving in from Colorado. So we're in counter offer, but I think we've agreed to just about everything. So hopefully we'll have all signatures back today and ready to go. It's got the mountain views. It's just gorgeous. You know.
That's a great view. Nice. Well, I hope it comes through today. That was an easy one. Knock on wood. Knock on wood.
Well, Marianne and I are both shaking our heads, and she's doing a great job setting up the showings and talking to the agents. And but it's good for both of us, and we're really happy it came together so fast.
Right. And so, are there anybody have listings that are coming soon? I mean, coming soon would obviously be on the MLS, but anything that they're working on? Any buyers?
I have a referral. I mean, my cousin in New York, she moved today to Atlanta. So I did a referral for her. The agent that is working with her is very happy, and they're going to connect tomorrow. So I'm happy for them. Yeah.
I think we've had a lot of referrals going out lately. I've sent one referral for my best friend in Tucson, and we have an office in Tucson. How nice is that? And then one for my sister up in Arrowhead. I said, I don't want to drive up the hill. So, and I think we've got a few more out there. So don't forget, make some mailbox money, you guys.
Hey, Shannon.
Yeah.
I just wanted one comment about our Cook Court. We had sold the house next door 3 years ago, and these the owners on this house that on Cook Court that we've got the listing on now, they were original owners in 2009, and they called their old neighbors to find out what they thought of their agent. So always, and that's why they called me. So always kind of keep your eyes open, and if you meet the neighbors and you're doing something, it's all about relationships. And yeah.
Jody's talking straight to me because I don't meet my neighbors.
Bad girl. But you never know.
Lecturing me yesterday.
Yeah, this house is pretty close to Shannon's. We could walk to her house from this
I walk
house.
the dog by that house every day.
Yeah.
That's funny. All right, so let's talk about some market stats for the last 7 days. First of all, total active on the market in our area, 594 this week. So as far as new listings on the market, we have 152 new listings in our little Temecula Valley. 315 went to pending, only 1 expired, 206 closed, and the coming soons, we've got 43 coming soon. So the new listings are not including coming soon. So total new, if you count both of them, are almost 200. Not bad. I want to say, as far as our office is concerned, I don't know if you guys remember last year and how the whole market kind of slowed down in June. So we have, for the month of June, we did 3 times more business this year than we did last year, even during this COVID season. So if that's not telling you that buyers and sellers are still out there. However, I know there are sellers out there still waiting for the right time to put their home on the market because of COVID. They just don't want to expose themselves. So keep getting out there and talking to people and communicating any way you feel comfortable, whatever that is for you. So I see Terry Hancock popped on. So hi, Terry, how are you? I wanted to invite Terry to talk about what he's going to be teaching us on Friday. So go ahead, Terry, tell us what you're going to teach us.
Thank you very much, Shannon. I will just reiterate what you said. I've got lots of buyers that can't find a home, so please list some properties and get out there and find them. I've got a bunch that are looking, and it's very competitive out there. It's exciting, and I think it's going to be a very, very busy summer. Shannon, thank you for letting me be on to talk a little bit about what we're going to be doing on Friday. Which is a reverse for purchase webinar that will be about 45 minutes long to an hour, depending on how many questions you may have. And it'll start directly at 9:30. And Shannon's already sent out the link, and I'm sure she'll send it again if you wanted to know. And
I will.
About reverse mortgages. Reverse mortgages are for individuals 62 years or older, and they're rapidly growing in popularity. Very well accepted now within the retiree and senior community. And right now, rates are just tremendously low. So there's some real advantages to the clients when they're looking to buy a home. I'm going to teach you how to help a senior either upsize or right size or even downsize. Put money in their pocket sometimes after they sell their other property. And also, they will not have to make a mortgage payment for as long as they live in their home. And so I'm looking forward to that, Shannon. I am the National Reverse Mortgage Director for West Mortgage. And right here, I'm based right in Temecula. And I really understand the product, and I'm really excited about being able to give the presentation to you. So I would encourage everyone to get on and put another tool in your toolbox, you might say, and we'll teach you how that works. So thank you very much, and Shannon. It's good to see a lot of people that I know. I see Jody, I see John Preble, my neighbor, my friend for many, many years. It's really great to see everyone. Gail, I see you there. I remember speaking to you over the years, so it's great to see some familiar names, and I really look forward to Friday.
Great. I'm excited to have you in the office again, or virtually in the office again. It's been a few years since you've done a class with us, and it's always, I think because things are changing and evolving with the reverse mortgages, it's good to get a refresher. So I look forward to that.
It's definitely evolving. That's a great term. There's been a lot of changes over the last 5 years. It's a very safe program now. And consequently, it's more accepted within the community out there too. That's really, really good. Unfortunately, reverse mortgages had a bad reputation. 15 years ago, they just were not a good product, but they have really changed things, and it's becoming very popular. And not to mention 11,000 people a day are turning 62 years old. So there's a lot of people and out there, and 74% of retirees plan to move in retirement. So it's a great customer base that, if you're interested in being involved with, will where you can mold your business around that customer base.
That will be great. All right, thank you so much. I'll send you guys out the flyer and the link again so that you can, if you haven't put it on your calendar yet, and you feel free to invite your realtor friends or anybody else who you feel like needs the information. They're welcome to come. Just share the email with them.
And if you can't make it and you want a private tutor me, I can do that. Don't worry about it. Just let me know.
And then I'll record it for anybody who wants to watch the recording too. So we'll be good to go there.
Thank you, Shannon.
Thank you. Good to see you. All right. So I told you guys on the email, hopefully everybody's kind of on board with this. How many people have been or feel like they're kind of got their hands around the VAC 2.0? Anybody? How many people I don't see only like 5 or 10 of you's faces, but have you guys loaded your contacts into VAC? Okay, because I should have came over anyway. How about sending out any of the reports? Have you guys done any of that yet?
I tried to send out a couple of reports for the Hemet area, and I noticed that it's not in there. So I have to send that email out.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm glad you said that, Lynette, because I sent an email this morning for a couple of areas. So for the market reports, which are the general overview reports, I asked for the zip codes for Winchester, Hemet, San Jacinto, and I personally wanted Vista because I'm trying to get some agents who do Vista, so I wanted a Vista. But if you see something that's missing in the market report, then just shoot an email to education with what you're looking for. Now, I think our Arizona offices are coming online maybe this week. And I originally was told that once everybody's online, they'd add, but I feel like they've added a few in the meantime, because I believe we asked for La Cresta, Adrian, and I think it's there now. So let's, I'm gonna share my screen again, and then let's play around in there. Let's see. I'm gonna turn off my video because I always make funny faces when I'm concentrating. So let me close this. And all right, can you guys see VAC 2.0?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right. So a couple of the things I just want to touch base on. I know that with Hemet and San Jacinto not necessarily being available for the market report, you could still do a neighborhood report. So let's just start with a neighborhood report, and I'm gonna kind of, if you guys want to follow along, if you have the ability to, you certainly can. But so what I did here, and I realized I tried to show an agent I was trying to recruit last week how this really great program works, and I realized how unversed I am at using it. So the more you use it, the better you'll get. So I only have 2 neighborhood reports currently right now. So to set up a new one, it's just clicking on new and naming it. Let me get my keyboard out here. and then setting the criteria. And I think the criteria part obviously is the most important. I like to do the map search rather than a radius. Now, if you were working with maybe somebody who is considering selling, a radius might be a good idea. Like I can do, I'm just gonna do my client's home in Vista. And I'm gonna do a 1 mile radius just for his sake. Now I noticed on that active, under contract, and closed are automatically selected, and you can, I realize I'm saying too much. You can do the closed for multiple days back. I like to just kind of take an eyeball glance at how many homes come up, but pending is not there automatically, and I don't understand that. So don't forget to come down to pending. And then also what I noticed in playing with this is that it will bring up everything. So it'll bring up vacant land and it will bring up single family residence. So you do want to narrow that down to just single family residence. And of course, while I have you on the video, I can't find it. Here it is. Property, the subtype, single family residence. And you can do the property type also as just residence or residential. I believe they both will bring in the same amount of results for you. So now if I were to count how many items, that's not going to work. 2 items is not enough for them to make a report. So you could do a couple of different things. You can go back more in time, which if I were sending this on a regular basis, 90 days would probably be a good gauge, just because I would probably send this quarterly to not bug my client. And now let's see how many we get. Do I still have 2? Can't be. All right. This was a bad example, but let me go out further. Oops. All right, well, I guess it took it. Let me just see how many there are. 19. That works. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and say okay to that. Now on the contacts, obviously you could put your client in there, and then that way it could be set up on a drip. By the way, I put myself on every single drip in the whole system. So I'm getting a lot of emails from myself right now. I recommend you guys do it too, just so that you can see what the emails are going to look like. On the initial intro, I'm not going to change anything to what it normally would have, but I am going to change this display title. It shows on the first page, and I'll show you what it looks like, but I'm just going to say Vista listings around your home or something like that. And then on the frequency, because I did a 90 days back, I probably send this every 90 days and change the consumer to seller. I don't necessarily want to see the email, but you could copy yourself if it's just one at a time. And then there is a place for the automated market value, kind of like the Zillow estimate. I don't want to see that. So now that I've got that set up, I can already preview what it's going to look like. Have you guys worked on this, done a few of these yet?
Nope.
Well, that looks good.
I want you guys to, yes.
Shannon, I did 40 of the neighborhood reports, and it's really easy to put like big, in your contacts, make groups and put big groups in. So if you have a neighborhood where you have a lot of people in your contact base, it's really easy. And it's a good point about what you made about the single family, because if you don't put in that, leases will come in.
Yes.
You don't want to send, I didn't really want to send leases.
Did you accidentally send some the first time?
No, I didn't accidentally. I made sure I looked at each report in the preview before I actually sent it. So I figured out how to do it, and then it was fine. But it's a little tricky because, like, why are those leases there, you know? You have to
Yes.
go in, you have to pick the single family.
Right. And by doing the preview, I kind of learned the hard way as well. I mean, I shouldn't say the hard way. I learned ahead of time before I sent it out that it had land in it. So this is what your potential buyer or seller will see. It'll give you the averages, pending, solds, etc. It shows the average list price is higher than the actual average sold price, which is typical. And then it gives the charts and things like that. Now, I know it does have the active on here, addresses. This is something I don't believe you would want to necessarily do for an entire farm. You would probably want to just send it as a one-off, just because this is something that we necessarily are not supposed to be farming with. So I would just send it onesie twosies. The market report is more appropriate for a giant farm, but we're still working on getting those things updated. But I really like this report. It's general. It's got every size in it, bedrooms, bathrooms. So it just kind of gives them a glimpse of what's happening. And then it has the listings here. And because it has these listings here that are active is the reason why I would say, you know, you don't want to send this out to the world. Maybe definitely don't want to post on Facebook this particular report, but it's a really great report to send to a potential buyer or seller that if you know the neighborhood that they want to live in. Any questions on that? Okay, I'm not going to save it. I'm going to cancel. I don't like that it does this every time. I'm going to ask for them to remove that. Okay, the other thing would be the market reports. It's a little bit easier to do the market reports. Everything you want to do marketing wise, as you know, is in that one drop down tab. And the market reports is just clicking on new again and naming it. And putting the contact in. If you don't have any contacts yet, you can just put yourself in there. You're of course going to be your own contact in your own VAC. And then maybe you could just forward that to your client until you get your contact database built. So on the market areas, if you click on the browse, then you've got the zip codes in here. And like I said earlier, the zip codes are lacking some of our areas that we sell. You can scroll through them. There's 25 pages, or you can do the search. And I don't recommend typing in the city. You really need to know the zip code. It's a little bit easier for it to search with the zip code. And I like that it has it broken down by single family or condos. So I'm going to choose single family. And then okay. And then I'm just going to label this. And let's see what it looks like. Now this one's for all the people who love charts. And this one would be more appropriate for farming. I did notice, by the way, because I'm subscribed on this for myself, that they just changed this over to June, probably 3 or 4 days ago. So if you're going to be sending these out on a monthly basis, I would say probably wait about a week into the month to send it so that you know you have the most up to date, because as of July 1st, I was still seeing May. So just a tip there. Anyway, so you guys have seen these charts. It's just giving you numbers, not necessarily the actual listings. And you can see that the list and sold prices, I mean, they're like right on the money following. We know that because there's not enough listings. We're getting ask price on almost everything we sell. Pretty good one. So that one you can actually share on Facebook if you wanted to. And then, so if you had a particular farm area, you could just simply click to share to Facebook. Now, the thing about sharing to Facebook, what I noticed is it's not obviously going to put the report in there. Look at what it looks like. It's just going to be a photo. So you'd have to like say something about, do you want to see the market stats for 92592? Take a look, or something that would get them to click the link through. So that's pretty much that. Any questions, you guys?
Yesterday I was kind of playing around, and there's a resource section with a bunch of like 3-minute videos on each of those things, and I found those really helpful.
Oh yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I have actually been using those videos. I went back to the original VAC webinars, the 1-hour videos. I don't think you really need to watch the number 1 because it's just like how to get around in it. But I think that if you watch 2 and 3, it'll be really good. And then it has some live webinars, you know, trainings, obviously, with Chris teaching. Hang on a sec. Oh. Sorry, guys. I thought I heard someone at the front door. Okay, so if you get on the number 3 training with our trainers, and I'm going to say that I was on a training with Mary out of our Arizona locations. She's really good on the website one. So keep an eye out for the training on the number 3. But these other guys, if you click on them, they all have really quick videos how to do it. And of course, watching the video versus trying to just remember is really helpful, because you can watch it, then you can pause, you can go do it, and then hit start again till you get to the next step. Has anybody played with the, what is it called? Ready promo campaigns?
Oh no.
Yeah. So this one I was playing with, this is the first time I was playing with it this morning. So on, if you have your listings on here, you just simply click what you want to do, email your listing, and you hit the view of what it's going to look like. And then you can email, it just basically puts a flyer together for you, automatic. I'm surprised all of my text actually fit in there. And you can just email it out to maybe your past clients, your sphere of influence, but your contact list is in here, or you can do to an individual person. And then the other one that you probably will end up using a lot is the create a post to social media, just because it's so easy, and that this will work. Go, needs to go. Go. Oh, I've been too clicky. I probably froze it up. Let's see. Oh, shoot. It worked earlier today. This is just my luck. This is that Mercury in retrograde. I have to say so. All right. Let's see if this one will go. Okay. So the seller report, let's just get back to that. I was playing with this morning. The seller report is basically an overview of how your listing has been doing with regards to showing on the internet and how many views. Now, it's going to start with the website traffic on the day that it was listed, or if it was listed prior to VAC2 starting, it's going to start in July. So just keep that in mind if you don't see a lot. But what I really liked on here, where is it at? It has two different boxes. I don't think you can probably see the colors on there, but the top box is how many times the detailed page was looked at, and then the purple one is how many people went to go look at larger photos of the property. That's kind of cool. That means, you know, 3 people were really interested to see the larger photos. But then it also breaks it down into where did those people come from. down here, we've got our company website. 211 saw it on Zillow, 23 on Trulia, 5 would be other places. So I like that a lot. If you guys, your clients are keeping an eye on Zillow, and you don't want to send necessarily the Zillow report, this is a cool one. I guess I would put his name here. So anyway, I just wanted, go ahead, whoever's talking. Stop sharing. All right. So I just wanted to go over a couple of those things. I know when you're watching the trainings, they can be very overwhelming. I really want to encourage you guys to try to send either a market report or a neighborhood report to yourself or to one of your clients this week. I want to, you know, Mark spent a lot of money on this stuff, and I feel like we need to utilize it, and we're not going to get better at it until we do it. So we'll check every week. I'll do another round of some kind of training, and we'll kind of take it from there. And if you guys want to do specifically where we're just doing that kind of training, I don't feel like I need to be the trainer on this stuff, because we've got Chris and Mary and what's her name? The other trainer. Anyway, Lorette, thank you. I don't need to be those people. But if you get stuck somewhere, I'm learning my way through, and I can probably help you get unstuck. So that's all I wanted to talk about today. Did anybody go to the association meeting yesterday? Is there any updates? Okay, no, nobody went? Gotcha. All right then, if anybody hasn't started reading the book for the book club, it's called
A Man Called Ovi.
Yes. You call him Ovi, I call him Ove.
Oh, well, I did it because of Adrienne. That's what she, when she announced it, that's the way she said it. So yeah.
Actually, I think they call him Uwe.
Uwe.
And that, yeah, I think I had the pronunciation wrong.
Yeah.
We
I
need
guess
someone that speaks Swedish to fill us in. Go to IKEA and ask. It's a good book. I'm enjoying it.
I am too. I am too.
So we'll give it a couple more weeks, and then we'll meet on that one whenever you guys are ready. All right, then I want to leave you with some positive thoughts for your week. First of all, don't get bitter, get better. Don't be like me. Find the lesson in what you do and move on. And secondly, repeat after me. This week, I'm going to be positively contagious to everyone. Positive.
Well, that's a bad one.
Positively.
I love that. I love that one too.
Virus positive.
I'm stay positive.
Positive.
Emotional positive.
There you go.
Anyway, that's funny that I didn't even take it that way, John. Because this came from Mark, and now I'm going to say something to him today. Whoa. You guys have a great week. I will see you on Friday. And then, okay, one more thing. So I know that Veronica talked about doing a Zoom training. So do you want me to put that on the calendar, a Zoom training for you guys?
Yes, I would. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
So probably not till next week. Do you want to do it on Tuesday, Thursday, or Friday next week?
Thursday.
Thursday. Thank you, somebody for speaking up.
Yeah, I agree. Thursday. Okay.
Thursday. What time?
9:30, 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock.
10.
You guys always pick 10. Okay, Zoom, 10 o'clock next Thursday, July 16th. So for those of you who are coming, I want you to be ready, because you're all going to take turns sharing your screen.
Okay.
Okay?
Uh-huh.
You could do it.
Hey, Shannon?
Yeah.
Just if you don't mind, I love the new website, and I realized I hadn't redirected my capricefisher.com to that website. So I just wanted to throw it out there in case anybody else has their own, you know what I mean?
So your domain name is not pointing to your new website?
No, and I don't believe, I think I saw at the meeting that you had to redirect it to the new website. I've done it with GoDaddy and it works great now, but it didn't automatically transfer over. I just wanted to throw that out.
I'm so glad you said that because I have not checked mine.
Okay, so check them, guys.
Oh, thanks.
Nice to find out little tips like that. I love that you share it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Caprice.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, you guys, I'll see you on Friday at 9:30 with Terry.
See you
Okay.
then.
See you
Bye.
then.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.